général, Monsieur le Président, Excellences, Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs,
Mr. Secretary General, Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen.
je voudrais exprimer mes sincères remerciements pour votre présence aujourd'hui dans cette enceinte. C'est un honneur et un plaisir pour moi de présenter aux Nations Unies ce don simple mais approprié et significatif.
I would like to express our sincere appreciation for your kind presence here today. It is my honor and privilege to present this simple yet most fitting and meaningful gift to the United Nations.
C'est une reproduction du traité de paix, le plus ancien connu à l'humanité, signé il y a 3300 ans de cela entre les rois des Hittites, Hattusilis III, et le pharaon d'Égypte, Ramsès II. Le texte du traité de paix de Kadesh est reproduit dans une brochure.
This is the reproduction of the oldest peace treaty known to men, which was concluded 3,300 years ago between the Hittite king Hattusilis III and the Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II. The Kadesh peace treaty is now available as a pamphlet for distribution.
L'aspect le plus significatif de ce traité est son parallélisme avec la Charte des Nations Unies. Il prévoit en effet l'établissement de la fraternité entre les hommes et de la paix éternelle.
The most significant aspect of this treaty is its relevance to the Charter of the United Nations. The treaty reads for, I quote, the brotherhood of mankind and eternal peace, unquote.
Au moment où nous célébrons le 25e anniversaire de notre organisation et au moment où nous tournons nos regards vers le passé pour faire le bilan de nos succès et de nos échecs, l'essence de ce message de paix est d'autant plus significatif à l'endroit où il se trouve juste en face de la salle du Conseil de sécurité.
When we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of our organization, and when we look back and take stock of our achievements as well as our shortcomings, this treaty is the most relevant message of peace at its meaningful place across the Security Council chambers.
Que ce présent de la Turquie aux Nations Unies serve à nous rappeler la fraternité de l'homme et son désir fondamental de vivre dans la paix, le progrès et la justice. Je vous remercie.
May this small gift from Turkey to the United Nations serve to recall the brotherhood of man and their basic desire to live in peace, progress, and justice. Thank you.
Mr. Foreign Minister, the distinguished foreign ministers of the member states, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express my very sincere appreciation to the government of Turkey for this superb gift. It is a particular pleasure to have its presentation to the United Nations made by you personally, Mr. Foreign Minister, in the presence of the distinguished President of the General Assembly and other distinguished dignitaries. As the repository of numerous international treaties of our own time, the United Nations welcomes the presence of the oldest recorded peace treaty within its walls. As in so many subsequent texts of a similar nature, the containing leaders, as the foreign minister has just said, Ramses II, the Pharaoh of Egypt, and Hattusilis III, king of the Hittites, renounce aggression and pledge to bring good brotherhood and peace between their lands forever. Two major powers of their day are thus shown striving to attain equilibrium and to establish lasting peace. Their treaty should help us to accept the fact that the road to peace is long and arduous. It has been trod by men since the dawn of history. This pertinent document comes to us from an area of the world which has been of great cultural as well as political importance throughout its long history. Strategically located at the crossroads of three continents, the Near East has been a source of material, intellectual, and spiritual gifts to human civilization. Its history rings with names of great statesmen. It resounds with those of great prophets, teachers, scholars, and artists. Several versions of the text of this treaty we have found recorded in early forms of writing, in cuneiform on the Hittite tablet, in Egyptian hieroglyphs on the walls of the temple of Karnak, and other places. This serves to remind us that the history of man was born with the art of writing. 3,000 years have passed since this famous treaty was recorded on stone and clay and silver, but writing remains man's most precious tool for preserving knowledge and for communicating and transmitting his ideas. Literacy remains today the valued attribute of a civilized society. I understand, Mr. Foreign Minister, that the site of the ancient Hittite capital, where the original clay tablet was found, is only 90 miles from Ankara, the modern capital of your country, which is of outstanding archaeological interest. I understand that numerous archaeological excavations are currently being conducted under the auspices of your government and institutions in Turkey. The world is deeply indebted to Turkey for its notable encouragement of international cooperation in the cultural sphere. For you have welcomed scholars and scientists of many lands to join you in recovering the past which lies buried beneath your soil. Mankind as a whole is thus enriched as the artifacts and records which comprise its cultural heritage are brought to light, studied, and preserved for the benefit of present and future generations. Such an historic peace treaty indeed deserves a place of honor in this building, the world center of contemporary efforts to attain peace. As delegates, officials, and visitors gaze upon this monumental rendering of the little clay tablet in the Archaeological Museum in Istanbul, they will gain historical perspective on questions which are of paramount concern to us today. Would you kindly extend our thanks to your government, Mr. Foreign Minister, for this generous gift which comes to us on the opportune occasion of the 25th anniversary of the United Nations. Mr. President and Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.